To every parent, you do your best with the resources, knowledge, and experience you have gained till today so far. It's a journey that takes a lot of courage and self love. Every little step towards creating connection with your children and empowering them matters. And no matter if you think you have made mistakes, you are always enough and loved beyond words. To every child, you are an incredible gift to this world. You are enough. You have the right to make mistakes. You have the right to feel and express your emotions. And you have the right to be your true, authentic self. These beautiful notes that touch me so much when I first time read Carolina's book is coming actually from her book Parenting for Empowered Family: Connection, Habits and Rituals to Support You on Your Parenting Journey. Carolina, it's an absolutely pleasure to have you here today with us. Please tell us now, how are you feeling while our audience is going to gather here just to basically listen to your story. And after a while, I'm going to tell a little bit more about myself, and then I'm going to introduce you to everyone who are here with us today.
Thank you, Kasia. So, how I am feeling? A bit nervous, which I guess is normal. But first of all, I think excited and so happy. I
Amazing,
love
amazing.
to be part of your interview. So, thank you so much for inviting me here for this amazing opportunity.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely. I had to. I had to. We're going to talk today, guys, about the Carolina's book. It's an absolutely new product of Carolina's. I don't like this work, but Carolina's ideas has been materialized in this book. So today I'm going to talk with Carolina about the process of creating this book. But first of all, I see that people are gathering slowly here. So let me introduce myself very, very quickly. My name is Katarzyna Ostasz and I am the host of this channel. And beside me today, as I've already mentioned, sits beautiful human being. Her name is Karolina Strzelecka. I'm going to tell you proudly that she is Silva method graduate, but beside that fact, Karolina is a life coach, conscious parenting advocate, author, and emotional freedom technique practitioner. She is on a mission to help parents and children reach their full potential. And Carolina's debut work, that I've just read a piece of that book for you, provides parents with the insight, tools, and mindset they need to build meaningful connections with their children and also faster and empowered family environment. So the plan for today's is to obviously talk with Carolina about the idea how this beautiful book has been created. We are also going to touch the topic about how the Silva method, but also other techniques and other approaches helped Carolina to finalize her book, because I believe, Carolina, that you are going to share with us today that the process was not so easy and it took you a while, right, to finalize this book. And obviously, the most important part of my conversation today with Carolina would be all about telling you how this book can support you on your parenting journey. So, Carolina, first of all, right, please tell us now about the idea of creating this book. But one thing that I forgot, I'm going to mention right now to everyone that if you took a part in Carolina's Grow, and I think that, Carolina, you did this announcement through your social media. And the draw is all about to win a free copy of this book. We are going to have this draw by the end of our live chat. So make sure, yes, make sure to stay with us till the end. We are not sure how it's going to take us, but we believe, that there is very, very important topic. So we have a time to talk about that. And now I think that we are ready to start. Obviously, because guys, I see that you are here. So please let us know who is with us today. It will be great support for Karolina. Maybe you are her clients, maybe you are Silva Method graduates, maybe you are parents who are still looking for the better way and approach to gain these connections with your child, with your children. This is also opportunity for you to ask Karolina some question. As you can see, you have a chat box below, so use it. And in the meantime, from time to time, I will be looking, at that chat box. And on behalf of you, I'm going to read Karolina some question. So Karolina, now we can start. Please let us know how everything started. From where this idea of creating this book came to you.
Thank you, Kasia. So, first of all, just before I even start, so that I don't forget later, I want to acknowledge again everyone who contributed to me writing this book. And Kasia, you are one of these people. So, thank you so much. And regarding the idea of this book creation, it started a couple of years ago. Um, I was going through a very difficult time in my life, having a crisis and feeling completely disconnected from my family. And at that time, I wanted someone to show me how to create this connection again. And I wanted someone to give me a manual or, step by step, do this and that. But as we all know, it doesn't work that way. Sometimes we have to take some time to discover more about ourselves, about our family, and about ways to do that. So over time, I met some people on my path who supported me in this process, coaches, and I read some books. Lots of things happened, and thankfully, over time, things started to improve again. And one thing that I noticed was that it happened because I was every day doing certain activities. I changed my way of thinking, behaving, and I did it consistently every day. And I knew, because I also read some books on this topic, that this is about these habits, new habits and rituals that I created in my family. And I wanted to find out, okay, but why? Why did it happen? And so I continued the research. And one thing that I learned, and that's also related to Silva method, is about subconscious mind. That subconscious mind creates more than 95% of our results. And it's also about habits, our emotions. So that's why it helped me that I created these new habits in my family. And on top of that, the fact that our brain is plastic. So we have these millions of neural connections in our brain, and every time we think certain way, we behave certain way, this neural connection is lightening up, and over time it becomes our way of being. So that's why I started feeling better. Yeah, for example, by practicing gratitude every night with my children. That's one of the habits that we created in our family. So once I learned it, I wanted to share it with more parents, and I signed up for a course in parenting coaching. And during this course, I created a course and I ran it with parents online. And my parenting coaching mentor told me, Carolina, write everything in the manual, and remember all insights, everything. After a while, you will know why I told you to do that. And what I did, I wrote this manual and I handed it to parents that work with me during the course. And after the course, one of the parents told me, Carolina, this is one of the best books on parenting I ever read. And I thought, but well, it's not a book yet, it's just a manual. But I thought, who knows, maybe it can become a book, even though at the time I had no clue how I could make it happen, because I had no clue about book creation, publishing, nothing at all. So it was just a small seed was planted in my mind and a possibility. Yeah, and it was all the time at the back of my mind that maybe one day, even though I didn't know how, but I kept it. I had this vision in my mind. And that was one thing. And also in the meantime, I did the course with you, Kasia, Silva method, which helped me a lot. And yeah, lots of things happened in between. And I kept having this vision of writing this book. And one day, again, Kasia, here I want to thank you. There was an event, I think it was back in 2020. And during this event, I met Agata Jagodzińska, whom we both know. And Agata offered me, she sent me a message and she said, oh, I could maybe edit your ebook, because I mentioned it to someone that I would like to write an ebook. And I said, Agatha, I am also thinking about paperback. So she said, okay, let's see, maybe we can do it too. So it was like a gradual, step by step. I was receiving signs and offers, and it was just the very beginning, because I will tell you more in a minute, because creating the book is so much more than just, writing. But the fact that I met Agata and she offered me to do it, it gave me a boost.
It
And
was the another sign, like let's do it, let's do it. I have the another source.
And also like a sign, I was feeling like it's like a sign from universe. I'm on the right track, because people are coming to me, offering me that they will support me. So who knows, maybe it's possible. So that's how it all started.
Amazing. And you know what I like the most, Karolina, about your story, that everything started because of your own experience. And and as you said, because you deep down in that area of being a better parent, and also the reason was that you wanted to help yourself at some way, right? This is how everything came, and here we are, right? Today I have my own copy with this book, and I see that you have your own one also behind you, which is absolutely amazing.
I have to pinch myself.
Yeah, still, yeah. So besides, you are going to tell us, because obviously from my perspective, I wanted to invite you here because I really want people to know on this channel what this book is about, right? And what is the content, the tools, that habitual behavior that we as a parents, right, can accommodate in our daily life. But because, you're our Silva inspirational guest, besides, we are going to go to the main part of our chat today. If you don't mind, Karolina, to tell us a little bit more about how does the Silva method and also other approaches, because I know that you worked with so many people and that you know a lot, that you study a lot, how the Silva method and other tools helped you to finalize this book, that we have opportunity today to talk about it. Okay?
Yeah, I will be very happy to share because it helped me a lot. So, first of all, I want to say that, yeah, since I graduated from Silva method, I also learned other approaches. So what I did, in a way, I created my own way, which is a blend of Silva method and other methods. And I also want to say that these methods, they can be used on various stages, because book writing, great, you can write a book, but what now? Like, there is also, you need to find people that maybe can give you feedback on the book. Maybe you need to market the book, launch, publish. There are so many stages, and in each stage, Silva method and other methods as well, they were so helpful, and they made me realize that I am really, how to say, I have all answers within me, and the answers can come either through, like, me maybe getting an idea and doing it on my own, which happened a lot of time, and also attracting those people or circumstances or opportunities. But we really have all these answers. This is amazing. This is one of the biggest things that I learned from this process. And starting from, well, the idea, I had this idea. Yeah, I want to write a book about connection, habits, and rituals. So what to do next? And here the method that I would find the best for the beginning, and also because of the fact that I think that this connection to our soul purpose, our higher self, is so important, would be a laboratory that you call in a Silva method. You call it that way in Silva method. And the way I do it is I just relax and then say a short prayer. And again, it depends on your beliefs, how you say the prayer.
Yes.
And then I just say, universe or God, or for the highest good of all, my highest good and the highest good of all, how can I make it happen? I want to write this book, but how can I make it happen? And what is the best way I can serve those parents through this book? Please show me the way. That's how I would do it. And the answer would either come through maybe some ideas even on the day. Maybe then you hear something on the radio. Maybe you speak to someone and suddenly an idea pops into your mind. Or one way that it works really well for me is that I am given a challenge by the universe. And for example, like let's say I was writing this chapter about mindset habits, and my son didn't want to step on the train. He had a fear about it, and that was for me opportunity to exercise a tool which is about mindset and dealing with fear. Yes, so it worked, and then I could use this example in my book. So on many occasions, that's how I actually get the ideas, because I'm just handling various challenges. And it's very important not to leave it like that. Write it down somewhere. Again, like my mentor was telling me, write it all down, because so many times we get a great ideas, but we don't do anything about them and they are forgotten. The other thing, which is more like, well, this is also like a mindset, but is about having for example, I have a whiteboard in the kitchen, and
Mm-hmm.
on this whiteboard, let's say if I have this question for the universe, I want to write a book about connection habits and rituals.
Mm-hmm.
I put a stick note in there, and then whenever I meditate and I get an idea, and around the stick note, I would put the arrows, and I would put more stick notes. And for example, the first stick note, creating framework, TAPI framework, the next one, mindset. So it becomes an outline of your book. And again, it's very important that you do it after you do this meditation and you get some insights and ideas, because again, you don't want to forget it, and you
Absolutely.
want to create this outline. So it's amazing method. And you can, even while you cook, something can come to your mind and you go over there, stick it, and you have this overall vision. I think it's called mind mapping.
Yes,
So
it is.
uh,
Yes, I just wanted to add it. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
exactly. Yeah. So this works also very well for me, and actually it can be used for so many other other projects. But for the book, it's great. Just because at the beginning you think, okay, I want to write a book about connection, habits, and rituals, but how, what, where? And with time, when you use these methods, it comes in everything falls into place. Yeah. So that's one thing. And at the beginning, when you want to generate some ideas and create an outline of the book, but then there are later stages. So, for example, maybe once you, of course, throughout the process, I was using mirror of the mind, which is like visualization exercise. And for example, when I wanted to find people who would, let's say, edit my book, or for example, when I was at this stage where the book was nearly ready, and I knew that we have to publish it on 25th by 25th of March, because that was the date for the actual launch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the time was running quickly, and I was like, oh, okay, I hope the book will arrive on time. So I created this visualization that I opened the book, it arrived on time. I am so happy. And it's very important here now that you use all the senses. Yes. So, for example, smelling the book, touching it, because it has a really nice, soft, touch. And again, what you can hear, what you can see, like very vivid. And the most amazing thing is that when the book arrived, it happened exactly like that. If you've seen my real Kasia,
Yes, of course, that I was following everything what you show us. Yeah.
and then also the feelings, very important feelings, because sometimes people visualize but they don't tune into the feelings, and it's like very automatic. So I was actually talking about it as I was visualizing. I was talking, I feel profound gratitude in every cell of my body. I feel so supported, so guided. I feel in celebration mode and everything. And I was actually feeling in my body. It's very important that we feel it, that we connect to our body. It's something that maybe our parents, when we were children, they were disconnecting us from our feelings, so we can find it hard. But after a while, when we learn how to do it and we get used to it, it becomes a habit again. It's all about habits.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
so much easier. And again, when I received this book, and I will tell you later on about some examples, that's how I felt. I felt so supported and guided. I was like, I even didn't ask for some things and they just happened. So it was just
Wow.
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's about the visualization. But then also there is another tool that was very helpful. Um, in a, for example, let's say when I was uploading the book on Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
there is lots of technical stuff that you need to know
Mm-hmm.
how to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do it first time, because I didn't work with an agency, I was just self-publishing. I had to do it on my own and deal with it on my own. And sometimes I would upload the book and it would look all messy, or lots of things would come up. I was like, okay, what do I do now? So what I would do, I would use some tapping, emotional freedom technique. I'm emotional freedom technique therapist, so
Yes.
I can also teach you more about it if you
Absolutely.
would like. So what I did, I was just tapping throughout my body and starting with the hand. And even though I feel so overwhelmed, I feel so disappointed. I worked on this book for 10 days and now it's all messy. I love and approve of myself completely. And just tapping with
Okay.
the setup phrase, starting from the top of the head and just explaining how I feel, where I feel it in my body, the color, sensations, and everything. Again, connecting to the feelings, very important. And once I did a couple of rounds of this tapping, that emotional charge related to it was decreased, so it wasn't so intense anymore. And I was
Okay.
more peaceful and then more calmer. And from that place, I could use Silva method again, visualize how I will feel now once I resolve
Amazing.
the issue. Yes, so maybe relieved, happy, uplifted. Yes, I've done it
Yeah.
finally. And again, when I was doing it, either I received an idea how to do it through my, an idea would pop up in my mind. Sometimes I would be just surprised how amazing it is. I never experienced it so intensely before. And then also again people, like for example, I met Anna, who published a book previously, and said, Carolina, whenever you have a question, you can just ring me, send me a message and I will tell you. So if I didn't get an idea, I would ask her. So again, and it was just
Everything was like available for you, right? Like you were
it was
saying
like
that.
my hand, yeah. And I felt like everything, like I'm on the right track, and the universe is supporting
Mhm.
me, and yes, will help you to do this. So it
Mhm.
was an amazing feeling.
No.
So that's another tool. Well, I would say these were the main free tools that I use, and of
Mhm.
course, the meditation, relaxation, so
Of
that
course, yeah,
I connect
yeah.
to its guidance. It's
This is amazing, Carolina. And what I love, the fact that you combine so many different approaches. And this is actually very much resonates with me because through the Silva method courses, we have a people from so many different backgrounds, right? We have a people who work with, let's say, hypnosis. We have a people who are specializing in neuro-linguistic programming. We have a people from the business coaching environment. So many different people like you, EFT practitioners. And this is absolutely great for me, to hear from you that by actually, using, I believe, also your creativity, you've been able to add, and to connect the dots in order to the way how particular approach is going to help you to finalize the book. What I really love, the fact that you said that, okay, EFT was very helpful for you to release from you that stress,
Yes.
anxiety, and emotion. And this is very important. I will tell you why. Because then, when once you applied Mirror of the Mind, it was easier for you, I believe, to be in that high vibration state. So it was easy for you, right, to feel, like you said, in that moment that, yes, I can already, see the book in my hands, everything is happening. It would be more difficult to use the Mirror of the Mind while still be in that emotion. So this is
Yes.
very, very beautiful, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like you said, step by step process. I am starting first of all, with myself. I'm doing my best to release that, let's call it negative feeling, negative emotions, and then I can work on something else. And obviously, because you mentioned the lab, and lab is also one of my favorite tools that I would probably use every single day. I love the fact that you also try to do your best to tune into your inner self and ask for the guidance and ask the questions, and do everything what you felt that it's the best for you. So thank you so much for sharing this, because I believe that it's absolutely amazing. Okay, so now we have the most important part of our conversation. And now I want to ask you, Carolina, about the book itself. Can you please tell us how this book can help me or other parent, even though we know that this book is not for parents? I hope that you are going to touch on that, right? In the way how we can become better parents, how we can connect with our children better. I think that people need to listen this, because it's very, very powerful.
Thank you, Kasia. Um, so again, just starting from our conversation, it can empower, but again, the basis of this was that it empowers by incorporating these certain
Yes.
habits for creating connection with ourselves, with other people,
Yes.
and also habits about our mindset, emotions, and then rituals as well. So uh, to give you more understanding, the first one is connecting, connecting with others, very, very important. And it's the TAPI framework that I created. And TAPI framework, it means touch, appreciation, presence, intention. I won't go into detail here today because we don't have time, but it's extremely important because so many parents come to me and they ask, oh, I don't have time to connect with my child, to do quality time with my child every day for 1 hour. I'm so busy. And I understand that. And of course, quality time is great and it's very important to do that. But there are so many ways in which we can connect, and not only with our children, by the way, and also partner and other people,
Yes.
by incorporating this type of framework, because we can do it throughout the day, since the moment we wake up until the moment we fall asleep. There are so many moments when we connect, and sometimes it won't take more than even 30 seconds or 1 minute.
Yes.
Of course, not everything, yeah, but it's possible, and it's very important for us to get into this habit of doing it throughout the day. So I give you an example. Let's say my daughter, when she wakes up in the morning and she comes to me, sometimes we feel like grumpy. Oh, okay, you already woke up and I'm doing the breakfast. I wanted to be on my own. But it's so important that each child, when they come over, that they feel welcome by us. Yeah. So what I do, I open my arms and I say, hello, Gabriela. I give her a hug. We call it our energizing hug ritual. Sometimes I tell her, I'm so happy to have you in my life, and it's, can you imagine for this child to begin their day in this atmosphere, welcoming atmosphere, where yes, someone loves me, they are happy that I am alive,
Yeah.
they are giving me a hug, especially if child is very kinesthetic. It also depends what kind of which channel of communication is more prevalent for you, but uh, it can make such a difference for your day, for their day. Such a beautiful start, yeah. And then for the day, the same. There are so many examples, and also the fact that You can do it throughout the day during the moments when you need to be them with them anyway. But let's say like having a dinner, you have a dinner and you can do like dinner coaching when you have like conversation about your life. Yeah, people say, oh, I don't have time. Okay, but you have to eat dinner, so why not include
Yes,
this conversation? So there are lots of other examples, they are listed in the book, but in this way you start creating this connection. Because, and for me this was so important, and that's the reason why I created this framework. Because I remember when I was in this crisis time in my life, I just didn't know how, because nobody has shown me. Yeah, of course I was hugging my children, but it
yeah,
was
yeah,
different. I just how to say, I just didn't know how to do it skillfully, so that you do it certain things throughout the day and you feel this connection with them most of the time. Yeah, and use this time in the best way possible. Yeah, so that they feel this connection with you. So that's TAPI framework, but there are lots of other things. Emotions, helping your children, yourself, to become aware of your emotions, because
mm,
emotions are so important and they are such important messengers for us that help us to take better decisions, take actions that are better for ourselves. And regarding kids, very important, and that's included in TAPI part of my book, within presence, that you co-regulate with your child. Because at the beginning, when your child are smaller, at the beginning it will be hard to teach them straight away about emotional awareness. Of course it will come with time, but co-regulation, they need this space for to express their feelings safely with someone, because otherwise this stress will accumulate in their body, and this has implications for their future life, even physical health and mental health and everything. So very important. Mental mindset tools. So again, fear, dealing with fear, coming out of their comfort zone when they are upset, how to shift their mood, lots of things. And then parent, very important, because it starts with us parents. So I included this chapter at the end of the book, but it doesn't mean that it's not important.
yes,
It's
yeah,
very important. And that's what I said when I came to parenting course for the first time. When they asked us what we want to change in our children, I said, no, I want to change myself, first of all. Very important, for us to connect with ourselves, become aware of what's going on with us, what triggers us. Because when that child comes over and does something that you are not happy with, who knows, maybe you can become so triggered because you feel powerless, because your parents used to be very controlling with you. So it's about becoming aware, and there are lots of other triggers. That's just one example, and I provided for you in the book mindset shift framework, in which through which you can work to deal with these kind of situations, and or at least begin this work. Because sometimes we need to do deeper work where emotional freedom technique comes into play, and I also do that if you ever would need this kind of support.
yeah,
So, and also connection to nature, because it
yes,
seems so obvious, but we can go out in nature and just walk mindlessly, but we can also walk and use the power of nature for our healing, for improving our mental health, overall our health. So again, I have explained it all in my book. So um, I also want to say very, very important, because there are lots of things that are similar to Silva, the whole concept of the book, the fact that it's about habits, again, subconscious mind, it's all linked. And I have certain habits and rituals described in the book, where we use the fact that our mind operates at alpha level just before we fall asleep and upon awakening. That's why I created this bedtime routine, which support our children with reprogramming their subconscious mind. And things like, meditating with children, doing visualization with children. So that's all like, in a way, it's a kind of small version of Silva method,
yes,
incorporating the
absolutely.
Silva method in the family. Yeah, of course,
Yeah, Yeah.
It's more my angle, and it includes a lot of other things, but there are a lot of similarities. So you can find some ideas there as well if you're a fan of
Yeah.
Silva method.
No, that's amazing, Carolina. And just, I didn't want to interrupt you, but like myself, when I read the book, because guys, I am already after, a full, beautiful read of this book for myself, because like you mentioned, some of the concept, let's say I was familiar with. I just really like the way how you put it on your own way, right? Like you mentioned, for instance, using the alpha sound and being at alpha brainwave frequency, you talk about the whispering technique. I'm not going to tell more, right? But I just really love the way how easily and beautifully and simply you've been able to connect, this science-based fact with your own way, how you can actually make this connection. But just one piece that I really wanted to add, because I totally agree, like you said, that yes, we do think as a parents that spending an hour or two with our kids, it's just that fact that it's important, that this is only the way how we are going to do some quality, to maybe not to do but give some quality time to them. But my aha moments when I was reading your book was, wow, tapi framework is so amazing, because it's not really about the time. And and we all have these excuses. Oh, I have to work, please maybe do some coloring. But like you said, it's sometimes all about to give a hug, to ask how are you doing, to go for a quick walk with your child, because they really need to feel that you are listening to them, that you are the part of their life. So I think that because of the TAPI framework, we are going to understand that it's not really about having a whole weekend for each other. It's really all about that tiny rituals, like you said, that beautiful habits, that once we are going to create them, like you said, we can totally change the vibrations of the day for our kids. Because like you said, when we are starting the morning with a hug and we see the smile on their face, wow, can be
Hmm.
anything better,
I
right? So
agree totally with you, and actually, not so much time, but our energy, our body language, our tone of voice, all these things that they are not visible. You can measure it, but your child can feel.
yes,
Yeah, they
yes,
are welcome into this world, and when they feel this way, I tell you, it will have implications for their future life, because there is lesser risk of them having depression. They feel unconditionally loved. That's so important, and especially nowadays when we have lots of cases of depression amongst children. So
yes. No, no, yeah, just to basically end up on that and summarize this, I believe that, after TAPI framework, we are not going to have an excuse anymore, because it will be shame for us to have excuse. So for me, that's why it's so powerful, because like the way how you show everything by using your own examples from your own life, for me, it was just mind blowing. And I was like, no, you always have a time, it's not like that. So it is actually great. Okay,
thank you.
Carolina. So we know basically, that the most important part of the book, the content, obviously, as I mentioned to you, there is a lot of tools, a lot of insight, a lot of examples that are coming from Carolina's life. But, because, the topic of our chat today here with you is the process of creating the book, I would be also very, very interested to maybe listen about some fascinating story behind. You are aware, you are on the Silva Method Island YouTube channel. You know that we talk a lot about manifesting, recognizing the signs, being into tune into our inner wisdom. Would you have for us, Carolina, some fascinating story behind creating the book? Maybe some bigger or smaller manifestation that you would like to share with us, just to inspire others, because as you know, we do have plenty of Silva graduates, people who are coming from the artistic background, creative background, and I know that some of you have a plan also to write a book. So if you have some story, that would be perfect. If not, we can skip to the next question.
No, of course, I have some little examples. which amazed me. And I was feeling like, oh, what's going on? I didn't ask for this. So again, I already told you what methods I use. So for example, when I
Yes.
was, because I do it every morning, this tuning in, meditation, little prayer, asking for guidance. And let's say when I was about to go for my book launch, because Agata Jagodziska organized a book launch for me. And actually, before I go move on, I will speak about this because that's also very important. There was a moment when, because Agata edited a book for me for 1.5 years, I think. And there was a moment when I said, Agata, I need to take a little bit time off. I just need to think through certain aspects of the book.
Okay.
And then I contacted her after maybe 7 months, I can remember. And I said, can we do the editing now? But she was very busy with another project. And she said, I am very sorry, Carolina, but I don't think I will be able to do this. So I kept a vision that there will be a way. I didn't know if it will be Agata, even though I wanted with Agata because I really love working with her. But I
Yeah.
kept the vision. And then a couple of days later, she came back to me and she said, Carolina, if you have it ready, maybe I can do that for you. So it was wow, like I did, I did, I just kept that vision, it will happen, and said, yeah, maybe I will do it for you. But that wasn't all. I was also thinking how I'm going to organize a book launch. I'm so busy because there is so much work. If you do it on your own, Kindle version, paperback,
Mm.
technically, so many things to do. How I'm going to organize a book launch? And again, I gave it to the universe. I surrendered, like, I handed over to you. One day, Agatha recorded a message for me. Carolina, I have an idea. I'm organizing this event and go away. And I'm going to, if you want, I'm going to let you have a book launch at my event. You won't have to worry about anything. You just come over, give your speech, and talk about the book. That's all. And I was
Amazing.
like, what's going on? Like, where did this come
It's
from?
just
Like, I
there.
didn't
It's just
imagine.
there. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, I thought, oh yeah, maybe I can find some little place to organize my book launch.
Yeah.
Somehow I will do it. But this kind of offer, no, I didn't expect. And then when I was coming to the book launch, um, my husband and my children, they decided to go for a walk in Galway. I wanted to keep them separate just for privacy reasons. And I thought, okay, who is going to take the photos for me and the videos? And again, I didn't ask even anyone specific, but what happened was just 2 days before the book launch, one member of my Facebook group contacted me and she said, Carolina, I want to come over and support you and I will take photos for you and everything. My husband will drive me. I will wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and he will drive me because I really want to be with you on the day. I said, okay, fine, great. I am so grateful. Thank you. And then just one day before the event, another member of the Facebook group contacted me. Carolina, I just purchased my tickets, train tickets, and I will come over and support you. It was just, I even didn't ask for this. It was completely out of my control. And I think that's how it works when
Absolutely. When you are
you're
going to let
working.
go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let it go and send it out and just ask for. And sometimes the solution can be much better than you even initially think. Yeah. And then when I arrived there, I suddenly saw. I think Kasia Forrest
Of course. Yes.
from Hello Irlandia, and she, as I was heading for my speech, she said, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to streamline your speech." I was like, "Okay, great." Again, I didn't expect this. It just happened. So
Wow.
I was, for
That's
especially this
absolutely amazing. Yeah. Carolina,
couple of
it's
days.
amazing. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. And the last one also, after I came back from the book launch, one woman contacted me who read my book and she said, I just love your book and I want to spread the message about it everywhere. And she said, my husband has a radio. So this evening you're going to be on the radio. I'm going to speak about your book. I was like, okay, great. What can I ask for more? Like,
Wow.
Brilliant. So, and
And
this
I'm
was
going to
about,
add one more piece. And today you are here as well. So you have
yeah, that's what
another
I was
opportunity.
going to say as well.
Exactly. Wow.
That's what I was going to say as well. And I will tell you actually because it would take me the whole conversation. But there is another tool in Silva. I think it's called water technique.
Glass of water technique. Yeah. Yeah.
And when I wanted to organize the launch of the book, but I was thinking it would be great to do it on YouTube because there are some of people that I know are not on Facebook anymore. I was going to plan it to do it initially on Facebook, and then you offered me the interview. But before that, I actually did the water technique. So I drank half of it. I said
And you
this
got the
problem was
sign.
already
And you
resolved, and then here you go, another solution. So
Wow, Carolina,
yeah.
that's absolutely amazing. It's like everything was falling apart, and like you said, you probably, kept the vision, like, you probably had something inside, right? That yes, probably I would love to have this particular things happen on the certain way. Like you said, you didn't know how it will come, and look at you. Like you said, every single things, right, that you didn't even think about was showing up onto your way. That's
And I just want to say
amazing.
it was, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Uh, I just wanted to say that it was like flowing from me. Like at times I felt I was just, I don't know how to say, yeah, it's my project, but it's not that I'm doing it. So some power is just supporting
Mhm,
me out there.
mhm,
So it's not just
mhm.
all about me. This power and also
Yeah.
people who supported me and everything. That's why I'm always acknowledging everyone who contributed to it because I know that it's not that I just did it on my own. Yeah. So
Yes, but Carolina, now knowing everything, from the quantum mechanics and everything what we teach people in Silva, like we need to acknowledge this, that everything was happening because of you, because you had to be in that high vibration energy. Like you said, you were practicing gratitude, you kind of were connecting yourself every single morning, because I know that this is your habitual behavior and you're absolutely great with that. So I would say that it, like, everything was coming because of your own work.
of
And
course, yeah.
I love to mention this as well, right? Because it's quite important. Once we are going to realize that me myself as a human being, I know how I can be at that high level of vibrations. I presume that more things, like you mentioned, are going to fall apart on our way. And like you said, you are going to have a feeling that, wow, this is not even my project, but this is, that higher project, and the universe, God, you name it, right, is going
Yeah.
to help me.
Hmm.
So beautiful. Okay, so now let's go to the more specific things.
Hmm.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to share and post the links to the places where you can purchase Carolina book. But Carolina, just, generally, when we can reach your book, please tell us more a little bit to version of this book, because I know that now you have a Kindle version as well, and where we can purchase it. And I promise that straight away, once we finish conversation with Carolina, I'm going to post the long list of the links where you can purchase the book.
Hmm. Okay, so first there is one very important thing regarding the format of the book that I want to mention. Um, because it's a book about the habits and rituals. At the beginning of the book, we included with Agata a list of those habits and rituals, and there is page number for each of them, so you can actually, maybe you read the book and then you remember, oh, I like this habit, I want to read about it again, so you can check it. And in Kindle format, that's even better because you can just click on it and it goes automatically to there.
Ah,
So
wow,
that's
that's
why
good.
it's very helpful. So there is another story about how we did this because it was quite challenging, but we did this. So just I wanted to let you know about that. And now regarding where you can purchase the book, all those links are there, but there are also links for other countries. I couldn't include all of them because I would spend a week probably, but you can just type, if you are in another country, you can just type my name and the title and I'm sure it will come up. And if not, just contact me and I will
Exactly.
help you to figure it out. There's also another thing that if you live in Ireland, Amazon UK will not send it to you due to Brexit. Again, you can order from another Amazon like Home or Germany, or you can also contact me directly and I can send you the book with dedication. So that's another option for you. And I just want to say that the price of the book is 12.99 pounds. Sometimes there are external sellers selling it, so you will see higher price, but you can always get it from me at that price. So just so that you have clarity about it. And yeah, so you can get it from those links that Kasia will post on YouTube. Um, I also included it on my face on my bio on Instagram under Zezam coaching link, on my Facebook, the pinned post, the first pinned post. Again, you can do that as well. Also through my Facebook group, I have free Facebook group for parents, which you can join as well if you need
We are
additional
going to post, I
parenting.
think, Carolina, links to every single place. And I think that the one also good information and the source is to provide our audience with your direct email address, well, your company email address. So this is what I am going to do. That will be my responsibility. So,
Yeah, of course. And feel free if you have any problems, you can order it. I'm very happy to help. So all phone number address will be provided there. So
super,
you're
super.
welcome.
So, guys, just if you have any questions right now to Carolina, please, you can write them in the comment box below. And for people, because I know that this interview is going to be live for probably next 2 weeks, the most. After that, sometimes people will be coming back and reaching you. People will be listening to us. Don't afraid to ask the questions underneath of this video. This video will be here on the YouTube. So if you have any questions, if you would like to ask Carolina some questions, you may do this underneath of this video, or like Carolina said, you may contact her directly. I can tell you, because I know Carolina quite well, that she will give you an answer in order to everything what you want to know. Carolina, I also want to leave our audience with some empowering words from you, from our parents, and people who are just basically want to be more connected, even with each other as a parents, right, or other ways. And I just have some surprise for you. Maybe you are not expecting this, but I just want to show you, and obviously our audience, what I prepare for you here. So obviously, this is our guest, Silva, inspiring guest, Carolina, with the cover of the book. And I can absolutely heartfully recommend for you this book, guys. And I'm not only telling this because I know Carolina, but this is a really, really great book. I found for myself so many insightful information. And as I said to you, TAPI framework, it's just amazing. And it's so easy and it's so effective. And like I said, you are not going to have any excuses after implementing this concept. Carolina, what I did, I was jumping today through your different social media, and I wanted also to show our audience that your book is quite popular already, and you already have some readers of the book. So I just wanted to show our audience a few testimonials that people left. I think that those testimonials were left under the review sections on 2 different platforms of Amazon. So I'm going to leave this, guys, for you, because you can see what people are saying about this book. Fantastic book. I have found so many tools inside on how to build a better connections with my children and how to help them deal with their emotion. That's the testimonials from Anna. Then we have Yolanta, who said that, wow, it's so helpful and warm narrative, full of tools to improve your own emotional life and the children's as well. As opposite to others' books, with this topic, it's full of fun and enjoyment, so learning comes easily. I agree. Then we have also beautiful, I just loved personally this testimonials, Carolina, that it comes from Marek. The best book about raising children with love even if you don't know how to show it. It's absolutely beautiful, testimonials that I believe show you what you can get from this book. And by the end, I'm going also to tell you more a little bit about my experience. Anyway, I think that I said everything, but as you can see here, in the post that I used as a promotions of my chat today's with Karolina, I'm going to repeat myself, but as I said personally, I was touched by the TAPI framework explained in the book that really step by step teaches the parents the ways how to connect with their children. And I know, Karolina, that I've already said to you, privately, I've already posted this, through my social media, but this is absolutely amazing framework. So I would definitely, guys, encourage you to check on that concept in this book. So how do you like it?
You always like me.
Super, super. So maybe let's do a draw right now, right?
Okay.
We had a little bit, I'm not going to say competition, but Karolina offer for her community to take part in the draw to win the free copy of this book. So maybe let's now do the draw, and after that, before we are going to end up our chat, I'm going to leave you with some empowering words for our audience. So,
So
tudum, tudum, tudum.
you can win the book, and also inside the book there is this little tool that, because in the book we speak about emotions and connecting to our emotions, and not all of us know that there are so many words to explain our emotions, and it's called emotions wheel. It's a magnet, so if you have a fridge you can put it on the you can put it in there, and so that you step by step get more acquainted with these words, and you have more ways to explain, express how you're feeling. Yeah. So
Taram, 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 tararam, 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 tararam.
I have all of them covered here in this jar, and I'm going to draw it now. So I close my eyes.
Ooh, guys, good luck, good luck.
Let's see. I hope they didn't get stick. Okay. Let's see. The winner is Bonnie Rikova.
Woo! Yeah,
Okay.
show us, Karolina. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's just, yes, we can see it right now. Beautiful. Congratulations. Well done. It's absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Not sure if Bonnie is here today, but if you are here, let us know. And if not, I'm sure I have connection to you, so I will send you a message, because I will receive all
Super.
these little those names through Facebook, from Messenger. So you will for sure
You
receive
can
it.
let Bonnie know about this video so she would be able to see how you chose her, from the jar.
Actually, Bonnie, when she sent me a message, she said she will tune in. Maybe maybe she tuned in for a while, and I'm not sure.
I see.
But yeah, I will for sure let her know. Yes, so we have the lucky winner.
Absolutely amazing, and congratulations. So, Karolina, if you can please tell us something empowering. I've started our chat with this beautiful note that you put at the beginning of your book. I would say this message includes a lot of hope for us as a parents, I believe, and there is a lot of understanding that we are good enough, that our children are good enough. And I think that this is the most important fact. But based on that fundamentals, we know that we can still do much more, right? Because of that simple connections, because of that simple habitual behaviors and rituals that you tell us in this book. So, what kind of message would you like to share with us today to empower us even more?
Okay, let's see.
Oh,
Right here. He's also featured in the book. It's
oh
Empower Belief
yes, I know
Alligator.
him. Yes.
Okay, hello.
Hi. How you call them? Do you remind me? Is it how you is it empower alligator? Yeah, how
Empowering Beliefs Alligator.
yes, okay. I got it now.
So hello, I'm going to uh, uh, look for some message. Okay, let's do it this way. Because he has lots of messages. They are supposed to be empowering. So let's say what kind of message he has today.
Wow.
Okay. Every day brings new opportunities.
Oh wow. It's so true. Yes.
And I think it's so important for parents to know. And I will tell you, I think it will be great example here. It just came to my mind when I was feeling unwell, and I was thinking, okay, I'm not a good parent. I can't connect with my kids and so on. I was blaming myself so much. This message would be so handy back then, and I actually received something similar because I remember I was in the bathroom and I was blaming myself, but then I got this message. But you have a choice. Today you have a choice to do something different. Yes? Because each new day brings new opportunities. So whenever you feel like, oh, I'm not good as a parent, I can't be good parent, there is no more chance for me. Think today is a new opportunity. What can I do differently? You can
Yes.
make a choice. I made a choice. I decided to sign up for parenting course. You can also make a choice, and the choice can be, yeah, give a hug to your parent, to your child in the morning, and start again. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. uh, Repair. Go over to your child, apologize. They will have even more respect to you for the fact that you apologize, because they will know you're a human being, and you will model for them that it's okay to make mistakes, and you will model for them how to apologize, how to repair. And every day you just try anew. That's all. And that's the message I would like to leave you with. And also, it just came to my mind as well, for us parents to support each other more. When you see another parent struggling with a child on the street, maybe the child is crying, stop judging them. Maybe tell them some empowering message. Maybe tell them, I know it's very challenging, but you got this, and it will get better. And so that they don't feel like, oh yeah, I'm bad parent because my child is crying. No, sometimes your child needs to cry because it's a way to release the emotions, and the crying is the healing.
Yes.
It's one of the quotes from Pamela. I love her books, by the way. So uh, let's be more supportive towards each other, understanding. Let's judge each other less and support each other when we are in these difficult moments. That's what we need. So that's how I would like to end this
Oh,
empowerment.
wow. Carolina, it was such a beautiful ending, and I love the message. I believe that it's supposed to be for us today, this kind of the message by the end of our chat. Carolina, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. And, just from my perspective, I am so happy that we have people like you on this planet Earth, because we need more people like you, who would tell us, yes, you are good enough, but listen, you can still do much better, knowing that yes, I am good enough. And that's, wow, for me it's just beautiful. Being a mom of two kids, I think that this book is very, very important. And as you know, I was waiting for this book for a while, and today it's also my celebration, because I knew that once you are going to publish this book, you are going to be here. So it's like my manifestation, it's went to materialization. It's
We're
absolutely amazing.
co-creating,
Yes,
co-creating.
yes. So thank you so, so, so much. Good luck with the selling. One more time, it's absolutely great book. Very easy, very straightforward, with a lot of tools. So like, I'm not sure, Carolina, if this is what you said, but if you are feel like stuck, or you don't know what kind of next step should I take, this is the book for you. So
I didn't
thank
say that, but that's how I felt a couple of years ago. So perfectly said, Kasia. Thank you.
Yes. So Carolina, thank you so much. Absolutely big thank to you guys, and huge gratitude to everyone who found the time to be with us here live, and enjoy this interview once you are going to watch a replay. If you have any question, as I said, I'm going to put Carolina's contact details. I'm going to post a link underneath of this video where you can purchase this book, and we are here for you guys. So thank you so much, and see you next time. See you soon.
See you,
Thank you.
and thank you for tuning in, everyone. I just want to say at the end, it was absolute pleasure and joy to be here.
Thank you,
So
Carolina.
thank
Thank you.
you. Bye.